Welcome back to Dan's Messy Garage. I am in my messy garage today working on the Garage Rebuild 302. This is going to be part 10. I plan to start this up today. I had an opportunity to drop it into a 66 Mustang that I've been working on, and I'm starting to hook things up, and I figured I should make a video. So right now I need to put on that exhaust header. I need to put on the carburetor, hook up the fuel line, run all the wires, fan belt, fan, radiator. Got a lot to do, so I'm going to get going. First up is the fight with that header. I'll set you on a time lapse and go to it. Well, that wasn't that bad. It only took about 25 minutes to do it. I've had a lot worse, especially my brother's car. Anyways, both sides of the headers are on. Next, I'm going to put plugs in it. I got some brand new Autolite plugs. And I don't think that's going to be that hard, but we'll time lapse it anyways. Driver's side plugs went in a lot easier because I'm right-handed, and the angle that they go in from rear to front is like great for right-handed person on this side. That side, passenger side, is a little more of a struggle. All in all, it still wasn't bad. Now I got to put the ignition wires on there. I'm using wires that came off a flat tappet engine. This is a roller. And the firing order is different, flat tappet to roller. And, you know, they got this fancy wire holding bracket thing here. And I'm probably going to have to take a bunch of that apart. But we'll find out. So the flat tappet firing order is 15426378, and the roller order 13726548. I don't know why they changed it, but they did. So I gotta change the wires. Okay, the wires fit on all right. I'm gonna have to move this clamp up here by the distributor because things are kind of bunched up. If it moves easy, I'll do it now. If it doesn't, then I'll do that after I get the engine running. But it looks like there's only one screw here. And theoretically, I should be able to move this. Yeah. I might have to take it some tweakatism later on, but right now it's good enough. So I'm gonna grab the carburetor. I'm gonna put a spacer on there first. Still have to hook the plug wires up. They're just laying in there. And then there's nuts that hold these wire brackets on. Suppose I should do that first. Yeah, I'll take care of the plug wires. Okay, now it's time for carburetor. Using the same carburetor that I took off the flat tappet engine. It was running good enough, so it should be fine for this one. Now, here it is. I was gonna say I gotta find my whatchamacallit, spacer, but I got it. All right, so put the gasket on there first. And I'm using a 4-hole spacer. Then another gasket. And the carbonator. All right. Looks like I'm gonna have to get some tools here and nuts, washers. Let's see, that stuff might be right here in this. Yes, it is. Okay. Put the nuts on there and the washers. There's a carb linkage. Return springs. Electric choke wire. So, we'll get it done. It's a lot easier working on a car without a hood. I had my neighbor across the street come over and help me put the hood up on the roof. And there's some rules of the road that I like to follow. 2 of them specifically. One, when you start an engine, you do it open headers, no mufflers on it. And the second rule I follow is the first drive that you take in the car, there's no hood. And I'm going to follow both of those. Now, I don't know if you call it gray area, but first drive in a car. Now, what is that? What's that consist of? I have like a circular driveway. I just drive around the driveway. Call that a drive? I think so. That way I can leave the hood right where it is. Oh, I'll show it to you. It's up on top of the roof, sitting on some foam rubber. But I could strap that down so it doesn't fall off. And maybe drive around the drive a couple times and then put the hood on. Well, depends. If the neighbor's out there, I can ask him to come and help me take it off the roof of the car and then tell him to come back, after I go for a little cruise. It'd probably be the better thing to do. Got to obey the rules of the road. Electric choke wire. That's this red. That up there. PCV valve goes in the valve cover. Got a vacuum advance line here. Distributor's not tight yet. I'm going to tighten up the gas line. All right. Do a little snug on those bolts with a regular socket rather than that nut driver. Now they don't have to be super tight. Just want to get them a little tighter than I did with the nut driver. I'm going to get my tools here. This should work. Okay, I think just for the first initial start to see if it fires, I'm not going to bother with putting the fan belt and fan and all that on. Water pump pulley is not bolted on, but that won't be turning. I think I got all the wires hooked up, alternator and starter. Did that yesterday. Still got to do heater hoses. Let's see. I'm going to plug the distributor in. That'd probably be a big help. Plug only goes one way, plus the wires are color coded. Why won't it go in? I know I had this apart before. It went right in. I gotta straighten the pin out. One's kind of on an angle in there. I don't want to force it. I just stick my head in your face. Sorry about that. Okay, there. That's plugged in. Timing should be close. Let me move you guys over. I want to get some starting fluid and get things ready here. And I need to put on the carburetor linkage, return spring, and return spring goes to a bracket that it's not on here. I got to take the bracket off the old engine, so give me a second to do that. All right, I got the throttle linkage hooked up, return springs on. Seems to work. Timing's not set. It should be good enough to hear it putter. I just want to hear it make a little noise. Not going to run it long. Just I need to start it, make sure things are going to run before I put everything else in. I'm going to give it a little zap of starting fluid here. And guess I don't need fast idle. And let's bring the thunder, as Derek would say. All right. And it fired up immediately. Yes. So I got the firing order correct. And once I run it longer, I'll check for coolant leaks and everything else. But that's going to be it for this part 10. It does run. That's the garage rebuild on a Ford 302 roller motor. And I thank you for watching. Stay tuned to my channel for other videos, which I never really know what they're going to be on or when they'll be. See you later. Bye.